Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our MLS series. Really still haven't figured out what I'm actually going to call this series. I guess we're just going to call it MLS League One. I was thinking about MLS Next, as in like a next step for the MLS, but I think MLS League One, at least for now. Obviously that title will probably change once we get out of League One. Or maybe it'll stay the same because technically the MLS, we're trying to keep it as League One. Coming straight into the game here, we're going up against New England. We get an early goal there and it just sets us off, and this is a really fun series for me, guys. I mean, you know, I've been doing these challenge series, I've been doing these player career mode series, you know, all of these things, but you know, I haven't really fully just taken a team that is undoubtedly one of the strongest in its league and just had fun with a series, right? So, and that's exactly what this series gives me an option to do. I have this ability now to have one of the fastest strikers in the game, have Clint Dempsey right there for me. We're putting together a good team as well already. It's a fun team to play with. I mean, Martins is incredible in this game. He finds his way into attacking positions so well that it's actually insane how many times I can get him the ball and he pops up in the right place every time. So it's been really fun. I mean, Dempsey's playing really well in the squad in that central striker position. Having Martins come from the left wing has been incredible. You guys are going to see a little bit later on in this game we bring in Gat for his debut, so he's playing well. Julian Green's playing well. Our midfielders are playing well. The entire team is just it's a really cohesive unit, which is surprising because I brought some of these players into the squad, right? This isn't the original squad, and usually you have a little bit of a testing period trying to get all the players to play well together, but the team's just working really well together, which might maybe be because there's so many international players together, a lot of Americans obviously playing together. It's a little bit easier to, I guess, have that immediate chemistry. If you guys think there's chemistry in career mode, you know, let me know. I don't really know for sure whether or not there is, but it surely feels like it whenever you bring in these players, right? You can't just go out and buy the best players in the world and just expect them to immediately all start playing well together. You can go out and buy the best players in the world and they can play well as like an individual, but as actual team play and actual teamwork, it's not really that common to see, right? So the team's been playing really well. It's really comfortable. This game was really easy for us. Here in the 90th minute, we have one more opportunity to grab another goal. Farfan on the edge of the box isn't able to get it past, but we managed to block it one more time. Ball goes to the keeper clears it out, and I believe that's where this game is going to come to an end, unless we get one more opportunity here, but I don't think we do. So really comfortable victory for us there, you know, starting things out well in this league. It's going to be hard nonetheless. Like I said in the last episode, we have those Mexico teams in here that are definitely going to be putting up a fight. They're arguably better than almost every team in the MLS. I think we definitely have a good chance against them. The Red Bulls are obviously a good team. NYCFC has very good players on their squad. There's a lot of good talent all over the league, so in no way am I saying that this is going to be a walk in the park or we're going to easily get into the championship or anything like that. It's still going to be a long road. It's still going to be a hard road, but I think we can definitely do it nonetheless. So here we're just training Julian Green a little bit more. You guys know, focusing on him the most because he's really the only player that I have that I can start training. Here in the monthly scouting update, though, we have this Terrence Doyle kid. He looks like probably is going to be a center defensive mid, which if you guys watch my other series, you know that center defensive mids seem to always be the ones that I end up scouting. So may end up kind of narrowing down what's the word for it? Narrowing down the target market basically to find a player so that we don't get so many center defensive mids or defensive minded players. We want some more attacking players to definitely throw in the squad. For this game against Red Bulls, it is a cup game, so I wasn't too worried about it. The striker had come to me and asked if he could play, so I was like, you know what, we'll go ahead and throw you into the squad. I'll keep Martins on the left, so we'll still definitely have a goal threat. We'll rest Julian Green, bring in Gat, make sure he gets a starting option there, and just kind of see how things go. Give a couple of my players that are out of form a couple chances to improve themselves and to prove that they're better than their form is showing. And here in the 5th minute, Martins is already able to run into the box, manages to body feint with the ball, and the defender takes him out in the box, and we manage to get a penalty. So starting things off just as fast as we did in the last game, we're going to be at the spot and with a chance to take a 1-0 lead in this cup. So obviously the Capital One Cup and the FA Cup and all of that, they're definitely going to be big competitions for us, because if we win the competitions, obviously it gives us an opportunity to play international European football next year, even if we are in the championship, which may be difficult because we'll be playing a lot of games. But if we can get some European competition early, it'll definitely set us in the right direction. We'll be getting a lot of money in. Things will just be going really well for us. So we definitely want to make sure that we're putting up our best effort to get in to one of the European championships next year. So we're going to definitely try for both cups. We want to win as much silverware as possible. We want to win the league. We want to win at least one of the cups, hopefully. And just kind of see where things take us, because I think it's definitely going to be fun. Next season's definitely going to be crazy with all the cup games and everything that we could possibly be getting ourselves into. Here in the 28th minute, New York is actually able to run up and tie the game. Wright Phillips, obviously another pacey striker for the MLS. Incredible player. Definitely ran up on me, kind of snuck up on me. I really didn't see him coming. I didn't see the entire play coming, so it was really surprising to concede that goal out. I was feeling pretty confident, pretty comfortable, but Martins is able to run up about a minute before halftime and get us another goal to give us a 2-1 lead before we go into the half. So obviously, the team talk is feeling a lot better when you go in at a 2-1 lead instead of a 1-1 draw. So like I said, he's playing incredible on that left wing. I honestly think he's playing better there than he would be playing as striker. So Dempsey's definitely, pretty comfortable and definitely keeping that striker position. He doesn't really have to worry about Martins. Martins is just going to keep playing on that left side, possibly, shifting him out to the right if we ever need him to be. But the players that we have coming through, it's looking really exciting, guys. So if you guys are excited about what you guys are seeing in this, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss these episodes coming out on Mondays. Obviously, I'm running different series every day, just trying to get a broad amount of content out there, making sure that I kind of have something for everybody, right? So this episode will come out once a week. It'll be exciting nonetheless, though. We'll definitely be cranking through some games, making sure we're progressing as fast as possible. Here, maybe every once in a while we'll drop a double upload, making sure we get through these, because obviously when we're playing in League One and Championship, we're playing more games than we're going to be playing in the Premier League. So there's definitely a lot more games to get through, but it's going to be fun nonetheless. So I might start taking some of these games and just showing you the goal highlights as Martins grabs me one more goal in the 60th minute to give me a 3-1 lead against New York. I may just grab all the goals from one game and show you those highlights instead of showing you each and every highlight, and like the chances and everything like that. I may just narrow it down, show you guys all the goals from every game, knock out like a couple months in an episode or something. I haven't really decided yet. It just kind of depends on how fast these episodes start progressing, since I am only doing them once a week. But we also managed to grab one more goal in the 78th minute. I believe that is Gat who actually picks up this goal. We'll see here in 1 second, but I believe I had brought on Julian Green at this point, and oh, sorry, it was Evenchit. So he's one of my European players, which I did want to talk about a little bit here. The foreign players by January, at the end of January, realistically, I want to try to have only like 2 international players in my squad. I want to have the majority of them American, and then I want to make sure that I'm only having 1 or 2 international players in my squad, because it'll make it a little more challenging, it'll make it a little more interesting as well. So obviously Martins is kind of solidified as one of those European players. So at the end of this episode, you guys are going to see that I'm also going after a couple right backs and a couple goalkeepers, because those are also two positions that I have to find some Americans for. Same for our midfielders. Evenchitz is one of them. We have, I think, one more as well that is playing in the midfield. Martins gets game ball, obviously 6 shots, 3 goals. Definitely played incredible. We managed to get a 4-1 win in the Capital One Cup, so we are going to be moving forward there. But things have been just going really well in this series. You see Bolton ends up winning their game. Huddersfield beats Bury. Dallas is tied with QPR, so that'll be interesting to see how that game ends up panning out. But our final game for the episode is going to be against the Whitecaps, back in the league again. Definitely wanted to put out a strong squad, so Martins is going to be starting with Julian Green on the other side, Dempsey in the middle. Midfield is back to where it was with Farfan and the main core of guys in the middle. Pierce is still playing out, or Payne, sorry, is still playing out on that left back. He's not games. Maybe this really is going to be easier than I thought it was, but they managed to run up the field here right after I score, and just a little bit of a counterattack caught me off guard. I really wasn't ready. I started pulling defenders off, and my defending got really shoddy because I haven't really I don't want to be losing games right now. I want to make sure that we get a little bit of a winning streak, or at least we're not losing. We don't want to be losing games right now, because Red Bulls are undefeated right now, and so is one of the Mexican teams. So we definitely want to make sure that we're winning as many games as possible, not dropping points. So we have to pull a goal back. So definitely good to actually get a challenge, though. This is a very good squad, a very strong squad, obviously. If you guys keep up with MLS, you'll know that they have a very, very strong squad, and it's not surprising at all that they're giving me the challenge that they are. But I end up going into halftime down 2-1, so everything to play for in that second half. Going to keep the lineup the same coming into the second half, but we'll make a couple changes here in about 10 or so minutes into the game. But we managed to just get the ball in the box, and Evenchitz again, it just smashes that ball into the upper corner, and he's playing incredible. He's honestly making a good argument to keep his position in that central midfield and that position as my second foreign player. So we'll see. It's either going to be 2 or 3 foreign players. I haven't really decided. Obviously, I want to make it a challenge, but it really just depends on how many players I can bring in and how many foreign players I can switch out for American players. So it all kind of depends on that transfer market. We have a couple more weeks, I believe, in the transfer market in this, so it'll probably be in the end of next episode will be our transfer deadline day. I'm not 100% sure, so we'll just kind of have to keep up with that in the next episode. And this game is going to come to a close in a 2-2 draw. Kind of disappointing to, like I said, drop points. Definitely didn't want to do that, so we do end up dropping, I believe, in the 3rd or 4th place, because there's a few teams that are actually tied up there with 9 points from 3 games. So definitely want to come back strong in the next episode. You see, I only had 2 shots, but 2 were on target. So I mean, I was doing well. I just wasn't holding the ball well enough. So we're going after this kid, Tyler Turner. Orlando only wants 700,000 for him. Like, okay, maybe I'll grab him on loan because he's only 19. Then I was like, you know what? It's really not that much money. Let me see if I can get him on 450. And then I was also going after a goalkeeper because, like I said, I wanted to get an American goalkeeper in, so I didn't have to worry about a foreign goalkeeper, at least right now. So we go after him as well. Yarborough, I believe is his name. So as you saw in training, we're actually starting to train some of our youth squad players that we had coming in. So definitely wanted to do that. And then here, one more player that I was looking at left back is Lichaj, rather, is his name. And another American player that we've kind of wanted to look at if the Tyler Turner deal doesn't go through. But that is going to be the end of the episode. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later.